Hey guys, this week we are going to be going into the whole under contract process. What do you guys need to get to the closing table? What happens when you're under contract? There's a lot of behind the scenes work that is done from the lender side, on my side as well, from the real estate, that a lot of buyers aren't aware of or they're confused about. So we're going to go into a little bit more detail about what happens. Ooh, we put in an offer, they accepted, but what happens before we get to the closing table and get keys? So we're going to go into a little bit of detail of that today.
Well, congratulations, you're under contract on the house. Now is the fun stuff. So there's only a few things that you're really involved in once you go under contract. You've already knocked out all the hard work, got the approval taken care of. And so basically what we would want to do now is, now that we've found a property, we would want to go ahead and get property specific items taken care of. And what I mean by that is, for every different house, there's going to be different property taxes, and there's going to be different loan amounts and different purchase prices. So what we want to do now is actually come up with what your plan is from here on out. So now we're going to go ahead and get everything locked in. And what that means for you is that you are taking all risk of the market changing away. So whatever rate that we pick that day that the market is set at is what we'll move forward with. And if the closing is 45 days out, we'll lock you in for 45 days. It's 30 days, we lock you in for 30 days. Again, takes away all the risk. So at this point, you're just sitting back, relaxing, and letting the lender do their job. But there are a couple things that you do have to do. One is going to be order an appraisal. Now, you don't necessarily have to be there to have the appraisal done, but there are some things that happen once the appraisal gets back that we may want to take care of, and we'll get into that a little bit later next week. The other two things are, one is going to be an inspection, which Meredith will speak about here in a minute, and the other is going to be find a homeowner's insurance company. Most people already have either renter's insurance or a previous homeowner's insurance policy, so someone they can talk to go ahead and get a quote for that, but you will have to have homeowner's insurance on the new home. So those are the main things that you'll do under contract, and I'll let Meredith speak on basically the inspection here.
Yeah, absolutely. So once we're under contract, one of the first things we're going to do is order the appraisal and order the inspection. Again, we'll go into more detail about the appraisal. The inspection is really important. It shows us basically, if a lot of people are familiar, the Carfax on a home is how I explain it to people. It goes into details. Some of the inspectors will even go in and say a certain light bulb is burnt out. So I mean, extremely detailed. They tell you about problems that might happen 10 years from now, some things that might need to be fixed pretty immediately, and it just really gives you a detailed list. From that list, we sit down together and say, hey, these are things like a roof, a new HVAC. These are things that we really want to be fixed by the seller. So we can then go back to the seller, say, we would like you to cover these certain items, and that's when the negotiations and my favorite fun part starts. We're really kind of figuring out what the best balance is to get you that dream home, but again, make sure it's a home that you're comfortable kind of moving into as well.